Oliver's running for mayor. Can you talk about how that storyline's coming along? And
well, there's a photo that exists for the next episode where we see him behind a podium. So, I mean, it's weird to. It's actually very atypical for our show to announce something in an episode and then just sort of leave it dormant for an episode, which we did this week because so many other things were going on. But it has been something that I've very much enjoyed. There are two aspects of Oliver's character this year. Well, actually, probably three. I mean, he's a different type of person out in the field. He's a different type of person in the political arena. And then there's a third storyline that we're going to explore in the first third of the year that's also different. So, being almost 80 episodes into a show, it's exciting to play different things. And I like Oliver the politician, and I also like any time we can do something that weaves naturally into the canon of the Green Arrow character.
Talking about
friends and family reacting to the news?
They're slightly incredulous. He hasn't talked to Lance about it yet, has he?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. So everyone has their everyone has their various reactions, and one of the things once the team figures this out, Oliver actually says, I got to talk to Lance. To which Laurel responds, not to give too much away, maybe don't bring that up with him. And I'm just like, well, we need the SCPD. So it's an Oliver Queen that has to work with people, and it's exciting.
How does the run for mayor affect Oliver's relationship with Felicity?
Oh, she's very supportive of it. It galvanizes their relationship, and it actually really works well for his relationship with Thea as well, because she becomes involved in his campaign, and I don't know. It allows us to begin to establish an interesting dynamic between Oliver and Damien Dark, because while the dynamic will continue to exist between the Green Arrow and Damien Dark, as we saw in the second episode this year, Dark does not react too kindly to people running for mayor. He doesn't want anyone to be mayor. He doesn't want any galvanizing force or goodness in the city. So this puts everyone at odds.
Are we going to be seeing Oliver fighting as Oliver and not so much the Green Arrow because of this?
Fighting as Oliver, not so much. But there's an interesting cat and mouse game that is a real focal point of our first 9 episodes. Obviously every one of our seasons breaks down to episode 1 to 9 is normally it's establishing the big bad, and that's not the case this year. Episode 1 to 9 really takes us on an interesting journey. Episode 10 through 16, when we again take another break, kind of a mini midwinter finale, and then we get into our end game. So there is an interesting cat and mouse game developing between Oliver and Damien.
Can you talk a little bit about the episode you guys did with Lexi Alexander? She directed the upcoming episode.
Yes, she did. Now, it was a very strange situation because of some various production things, principally Matt Ryan's availability because he was heading to Broadway. We actually, for the first time in the history of the show, had to flip episodes. So he's 405, she was 404. We actually shot 405 first, and then went on to 404 with her. Lexi had wonderful notes, and Oliver and Quentin have some scenes in Lexi's episode that's airing on Wednesday. It's certainly some of my favorite stuff, not only this year but in the entirety of the show, between Oliver and Quentin. And Lexi was just there for great notes, and she was present when she needed to be, and she backed away when she needed to be as well. I really enjoyed working with her.